All right. Welcome to the premiere of the Black Gaze. It has been, one of those situations where what do I do with my other channel? I floated some ideas. I said I wanted to do this. I may wanted to do that, but at the end of the day, I knew that whatever it had to be, needed to be impactful and something that is near and dear to my heart. And listen, I'm a Black, proud LGBTQ man. And so I'm glad that, I'm able to come here and facilitate conversations, topics, hot topics, trending topics, and, liberation talk, freedom talk, whatever that may be. And you know what? I don't know if I'm not sure. Let me see something, y'all. I didn't go into this. Okay, switch account. I don't have the other account set up. Add account. Oh my God. Okay. The gate may be wide open, y'all. Okay, the gate may be wide open. And so let me see if I can do it from here. Okay, let me go back out. And because these trolls, honey, I forgot about that. I forgot about the gate needs to be monitored. So let's see what we're gonna do on our inaugural show, everybody. Let me see if I can do anything. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it from here, Tyesse. Okay. Okay. Do. Content. Do we have it? No, we're not able to do it from here. Okay, visibility. Okay, let me see if I can try this. Okay. In the meantime, Top Squad, just keep an eye out because it don't take much for them girls to get loose. It don't take much for them to get loose. And there's not so much my regular, haters. It's just random people that just see an opportunity to come in and, y'all know. Okay, hold on one second. I forgot about the gate, y'all. I don't know how I forgot about that gate. I think we'll be okay until I think we'll be okay until we get it together. I think we'll be all right. I'm really sure we'll be okay. I'm trying to get into YouTube Studio for mobile. But this is the debut episode, the premiere episode, whatever you want to call it. I'm happy to be here. I'm very happy to be here. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to make it do what it do. We're gonna have to make it work, y'all, because I'm not able to get into that right now. I'm not able to get into that right now. All right. We're allowing just a few more people to get situated. I'm very encouraged by the numbers this afternoon. So glad that so many of you heard about it, because I won't be, necessarily sending out personal invites. This is what we're going to just based on promo when we promote on the main channel. I am a blogger in the church sector, so if you want to go over to the official Tyesse Report, Miles, if you can put a link to the main channel in the chat, that would help us out a lot. So if you want to check out our main channel, that will be something that we don't mind you doing as well. Okay. And we're just doing just a few little things with housekeeping really quickly, Top Squad. Really quickly. We're doing a few little things and we'll be right with y'all. So just hang in there. Just a few little housekeeping, and we're about to have a really good conversation. I want to keep these shows to under 1 hour, 45 minutes to an hour. It don't take all day long to tell the truth. It don't take all day long to tell the truth. So we want to keep these very, very short and very, very sweet. Okay. Is that all right, Taswa? Is that all right? Okay. So what is the Black Gaze? The Black Gaze is a show that spotlights my perspective, on a plethora of matters. There's so much in the Black gay community. That's the only community that I'll be concerned about. and it's the only community that I'm going to be discussing, right, is the Black gay community. And it's a community that I have been in for a very long time, and I'm very, very familiar with it. I have multiple PhDs in Black gaydom. So that's what this channel is going to be about and representing, right? Issa Rae said, I'm rooting for everybody Black. That's what she said. I'm rooting for everybody Black. And that's exactly what I'm doing as well. I'm rooting for everybody Black. And so today will be our anniversary, 7/7, the day we launched. And it's going to be a lot of work to get the channel up and going. Channel building is not easy. It's not. But if you're good at what you do in it already, it should not be as difficult as somebody that's a novice or somebody that is just starting out, right? So I'm pretty good with what I do on the main stage. So yeah. I'm pretty good at what I do on the main stage. So I think I'll be okay. Okay. Hold on one second, Tesla. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to see something here. Okay, I have no idea why this is getting so much. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay. One second, Taswa. Okay, you did it, Tyesse. You better go, boy. Okay, I'll be able to. Okay, you better go, Tyesse. You did that. Okay. Okay, so we got that, and then we need to. Okay, 1 second, Ty Squad. We just want to make sure we're getting all this right. Okay. Okay, there we go. And I want to give you a little update on the scheduling of this show. On the schedule of our broadcast, we're going to be on Tuesdays, possibly multiple times on Tuesdays, because Tuesday is an open day. It's an off day for me. And then on Thursday, maybe once a day on Thursday. But this is a Tuesday, Thursday show. We can do up to 3 shows on Tuesday, but definitely 1 on Thursday, because I do have Patreon at night. Okay, so definitely 1 show on Thursday. Can I get one of my moms to verify that were we able to close the gate or put a perimeter up? Were we able to do that? Okay, we turned on subscribers only mode. It went through. Okay. Also, if you guys can, mods, make sure to make sure to always have a link to our main channel available so people can know about that if they want to go over and check out the church sector, right? Okay. So we were able to successfully put some guardrails up. Okay, good. But mods, just be vigilant. Just be vigilant. This is a new studio, and it's on the corner of, like, you know, it's over here. It's not in the hood, but it's like, you know, so just keep an eye out, all my mods. All right. The gate is closed. All right, let's get started. Let's get started. So I've told you what we're going to be about. I told you our schedule and whatnot. And so make sure your notifications are turned on. Make sure that you are subscribed. And so, yeah. And being that this channel is not monetized right now, you don't see any commercials, because this channel has been inactive for over a year, nearly 2 years. And so we don't have any monetization on it. So it is important that you support us until we get that monetization rolling. Be sure to send, you know, a couple of dollars in the collection plate so that we can pay the light bill. As Overseer Ware says, we don't think it's robbery. We don't think it's robbery. Just a couple of dollars just to keep us going over here on this unmonetized channel, right? So there is all the information right there. If you want to support this great work that I'm going to be doing, we don't think it's robbery. We don't think it's robbery. You know, there's a couple of little dollars, you know, put it in our little bucket. We do have our main channel, and thank God that will keep us afloat until we get this monetization over here. Amen. All right. Okay. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all already. My moms are already working hard. I appreciate you. Okay, so there's today's show, the topic is hard conversations. It is hard conversations, and listen, sometimes in the LGBTQ community, we try to stray away from it. First thing I want to say at this show juncture, and every show juncture, I am not the voice of the Black LGBTQ community. I am one of the voices from the Black LGBTQ whatever community. I am just one voice from it. I don't speak for it. There are people that are going to see these videos and they will agree, and there are people that are going to see it and they're going to vehemently disagree. I don't know who the hell they may be, but they might. You know what I'm saying? And so we're not a monolith. We're not a monolith at all. We are a diverse group of people in thought. Okay? All right, bring this down. Y'all got the information. Bring that down. I'm going to start tonight with, or this evening, I'm going to start this evening with Dominique Morgan. I'm going to start with Dominique Morgan. Some of y'all know her. She's a trans woman. She's affiliated with the great Tyesse Madison. Full disclosure, I am a big fan of Tyesse Madison. Okay, full disclosure. And so Miss Dominique, basically, she's an activist, an advocate. She has a powerful testimony in her own right. And she was accused of some financial impropriety concerning a 5013C. And I remember when everything broke loose and everything came about, I was feeling some type of way. Many of us were disappointed. Many of us were let down. We were like, oh my God, no, not Dominique. No. And so, but there's only so much you can feed into this until you know more, right? So everybody was like, okay, well, girl, they say mama over here doing stunts and shows. I mean, it is what it is. And the way the news cycle is set up, honey, everybody kind of like went on about their way. And then, then she had went to court, and then she had got remanded, and then she got released, and then there was some tea. But I think what the problem is that she was a part of a program that advocates for women like her, right? The bail, getting people out of jail that are marginalized, that are indigent, that people don't have anything. And so you know how it is when in our community, when somebody, an elected official, a Black elected official, I remember our girl over in Baltimore, I can't think of her name right now. Oh my God. She was indicted after Freddie Gray. And, every time you hear something like that, you're like, oh my God, no. And there was a congresswoman out of Florida. And, it's always something, right? So when you see our people, we're always saying to ourselves, they already got us up under a microscope. Why would you do anything antithetical to your mission statement, right? Marilyn Mosby, thank you, Libra Boy 84. And so why would you do anything antithetical to whatever? And Marilyn Mosby, a lot of what she went through was basically a witch hunt and malicious prosecution. But I just used her, as a point that when we think about people that are called to, a higher position, we always want the best and for them to be, very stellar in their work and what they do, right? Okay. I saw Dominique do a video, and in the video, Dominique was very, she was very catty and condescending, and say what you want to. I don't give a damn. It was very, okay, girl. I mean, that's what's up. You're out here, and there's a whole bunch of, really damning, information out here, and if it's something that's erroneous or something that's wrong, I understand you being indignant or a little, but it's like, you don't have to be all catty like that for no reason, right? Okay, so Dominique Morgan, who became the subject of a high-profile criminal case involving allegations that nearly $100,000 intended to help incarcerated transgender people was diverted for personal use while she served as an executive director of the Okra Project. The case drew national attention not only because of Morgan's prominence within the LGBTQ plus advocacy, but because the alleged theft involved charitable funds intended to support one of the country's most vulnerable communities, right? So, the allegations were very, very, very simple to me, right? According to the Kings County District Attorney's Office, Morgan announced plans in 2022 to establish a bail fund for incarcerated transgender people. Prosecutors allege that instead of using the money for bail assistance, approximately $99,000 was transferred into Morgan's personal bank account. The transfers occurred over roughly 2 weeks in July 2022. The funds allegedly were spent on personal expenses, like evidently a closet, a custom closet, rather than charitable purposes. The indictment alleged expenditures including approximately $19,000 for a California closet renovation, a Mercedes-Benz payments, clothing purchases, restaurant meals, additional personal expenses. Prosecutors also alleged Morgan submitted purported documentation for bail payments that investigators said could not be matched to actual arrests connected to the claim recipients. So putting bail up for people that did not. Okay, so she basically was putting forth money, and the money was not matching actual people. So yeah, those are stunts and shows. In October 2024, a Brooklyn grand jury indicted her on 1 count of second-degree grand larceny, 23 counts of first-degree falsifying business records. At the time of the indictment, prosecutors stated the top felony count carried a potential prison sentence if she was convicted. Now, the Okra Project, they were kind of like, okay, it was very, very perfunctory. It was very, very mission statement from the statement. They said that she was terminated for documented cause after internal concerns arose regarding the missing funds. And current executive director Gabriela Inez Souza has said the nonprofit implemented new financial controls and emphasized accountability and transparency in 2026. The organization released a public statement asserting that Morgan's termination and the subsequent court proceedings confirmed the seriousness of the misconduct. Let's talk about how the case was adjudicated. The case did not go to a jury trial. Instead, Morgan ultimately pleaded guilty. The guilty plea included 1 count of second-degree grand larceny, 23 counts of falsifying business records. Because of the guilty plea, prosecutors did not have to prove the allegations at the trial beyond a reasonable doubt. And we will reiterate that she did not get a chance to present a defense, but also we're going to present the fact that she chose to plead guilty. So somebody may be, after the show in the comments, well, maybe if she would have gave, maybe if she would have went to trial, she could have gave herself a good defense. Maybe, but she didn't. All right. And so so she was remanded into custody following the guilty plea. She appeared before the court in April 2026. During that appearance, the judge remanded her into custody. Bail was denied. Sentencing was postponed until a later hearing. Let's talk about the final outcome. According to later reporting, Morgan was ultimately sentenced to probation after the guilty plea. Reports also state that she spent time in custody at Rikers before receiving that sentence. Okay. She was ultimately sentenced to probation, Ty Squad. Okay, y'all got it. Why does this case matter? What's the big deal? Why was everybody so why? Because you had regular haters of trans people. I'm an advocate for trans women and trans men. That's been my thing for years. But you had your regular trans haters. You had people that did not like T.S. Madison. So of course they were going to link and do causations that were not even there. It was a lot going on, y'all. And people really asked me like, Tyesse, we're waiting for you to say something. Like, can you say something? And it's one of those situations where it's like, oh my God, this is somebody from my community. This is somebody, I don't really want to drag the girl. I'm a trans activist and activist and activist. I'm a transgender advocate. So, oh my God, like I what can I do? Like I was like in a quandary. But at the end of the day, Ty Spot, the truth is the truth. The truth is the truth. And the icing on the proverbial cake was one of the young women from the organization came and did a video. And when I said she had receipts like a PowerPoint presentation. So all that energy and all that stuff that she was talking about, Dominique was talking about on T.S. Madison shows, The Outlaws. And from what I understand, I think they took down that interview. I think Tyesse Madison took down the interview she did with Dominique Morgan at the request of the Oprah Project. I have to double back around there and see if that interview hasn't been put back up. But yeah. I don't know, y'all. I don't know if they put it back up, but Tyesse Madison was out here also, vouching for and she's just, hanging in there with her girl. Of course, that's what you're going to do if you're a friend, right? And so, but that young woman that came out with those receipts, and I'm talking about she had receipts so organized, I was like, girl, at this point, honey, in my personal opinion, honey, they didn't terminated you from the Oprah Project. Just kind of move on with your life, kind of rebuild your life and rebuild whatever you got going on, your reputation, rebuild. And if there's something that we missed, that everybody missed, if there was some type of scheme that Todd set up where, although you pled guilty, but if there's some sort of thing that happens or that we don't know about, we'll be glad to listen to you at a later time, But at the end of the day, y'all, you can't be out here doing the absolute most. And, then when it's all revealed, then you want to get nasty, get an attitude, and you the one been out here doing the absolute most. Because one thing we know, people don't plead guilty to things. People ain't going to plead guilty to something like that in the line of work that you're going to have to be in. You wouldn't plead guilty to that unless there was some kind of like a little truth to what happened. Yeah, I'm just saying. All right, these are hard conversations, and I kind of like I'm offering a little grace energy because this is the people that I care about. I know how marginalized trans women are in this country, Black trans women. I know the unaliving rate, so I'm being a little biased. I could go a little harder. But I'm not. I'm not gonna go hard on that, y'all. It is what it is. Hopefully, she can rebuild her reputation. If there's anything that's been dented, if their reputation has a little dent to it, she can buff it back out by doing work and rebuilding and doing some things, corrective measures. All of us have done something in our day. Ain't nobody saints. Ain't nobody perfect. Thank you, iMcDonald, for $7.77. Not even me. Not even me. I know I used to walk on water, but I don't anymore. Okay, no shame. All right. These conversations are going to get harder and harder. We have 3 every live. We'll do 3 unless we have some other kind of like specialty topics. But usually I'll do 3. Okay. But these conversations are going to get harder and harder and harder. Okay. So today, all right, that was a hard conversation for me to have personally. But I also want to talk about. And I've been waiting a long time to talk about the DL Whisperer. There's a connection with Tyesse Madison again, the DL Whisperer. I want to break this thing down for everybody that is heteronormative, everybody that is straight, that are not on the bandwagon. I want to break this thing down so you understand what the hell is going on. Okay, I want to be very, very clear and concise. First of all, let me say this. This is my personal opinion. Okay. Not Tyesse Madison, Tasha K and Michelle A.T. Elliott, they are not allies to gay people. Okay. Tasha K ain't nobody's friend, let alone gay folks. But I want to be clear. This is my opinion. They are not allies to the Black gay community, right? They're just not. And so what's the deal? The deal is this. Tasha K platforms the worst, the most broken gay people that she can find. That's what she platforms. And the DL Whisperer is a young man that is lost in the sauce, broken all over the place. He's found a grift. Yes, he's found a grift. And people are paying him for this grift. Okay? And so Tasha K don't care about damn gay folks. She don't. No. She's homophobic. She's transphobic. It is obvious. Okay, it's blatant. So you can't say that. You can't say like, well, my gay friends, they know me, they love me. No, that's not how that goes. You can't be saying that you are. Oh, I have a Black friend, and then you're out here a whole racist, because they do that. I have a lot of Black friends, but then you at a white supremacist rally. Okay, all right. So it is what it is with Tasha K and Michelle A.T. Yelling, but let's be clear, okay? No, all right. And so you have to talk about Ty Squad, the women, his audience, right? Okay. A friend to no one is not say that. We gotta talk about it's really bigger than the DL Whisperer. Let's keep it a beam. This shit is really bigger than the DL Whisperer. This is really about the women. The whole scenario is about the women that are looking for a boogeyman. Help me, Holy Ghost. This is about the women out there that are looking for a boogeyman. There is a movie called Cover. I want you to go find it. Ajuan Ellis is in it. It's called Cover. I thought it was an interesting movie. Bill Duke directed it, but it made HIV the boogeyman to me, right? Same way Tyler Perry makes HIV the boogeyman, and for Color Girls and Temptation, Diary of a Counselor, whatever it was called. I hate when they do that, y'all. I hate when you present HIV as a character. Like, come on, like this is 2026. We're better than that, y'all. Let's not do that. Directors, producers, creatives, let's not do that. HIV is a disease, it's still around. And we need to talk about it in a fashion where it's not, no, let's not do that. That's what causes stigma. That's what causes people to run into the bushes. That's what causes shame. So check that movie out. It's called Cover with Ajuan Ellis. Leon is in it. Patti LaBelle makes a cameo. Oh, thank y'all so much. I hope I am. And so when you are looking for the boogeyman, it becomes like going down a rabbit hole. Most of the men that these women are with are not gay. Most of the men that these women are with are not gay. And so what they're looking for is something. I think Jerome may be, messing around. The fact of the matter is, honey, there's a great chance that Jerome is not messing with another man, but he's probably messing with your best friend or your sister. Jerome is probably out here. While you looking over here, he over there. Okay, I'm just being honest. And so this young man, y'all, this young man has found an audience of really ripe and plowable, and I'm using it in the sense of a garden, plowable women that are out here like, oh my God, oh, we found somebody that he tells us what to look for. And so now women are sitting up talking about, if he wear clear nail polish too much, and he always at the gym. And some men are like, this is just something that, these are normal things that I do. Why I gotta be gay? Why? I like clear nail polish. I like to keep my nails. Like, it's almost like the alternative is, if you funky and shitty and stinky, then you good to go. But if you go to the barbershop on Saturday once a week, you manicure yourself, you smell good. Oh, it's got to be something wrong. What do you want? A funky man? Like, I'm lost. He always going up there buying new cologne at Neiman's. Every time you look around, he at Macy's buying some new cologne. That's what this little boy that got y'all, paranoid. Whew. He says, the DL Whisperer says, Tyesse Squad, that he was the other boy, the other man. And basically he had an incident where he almost lost his life. And so it woke him up and he had an epiphany. And now he wants to help women understand what to look for in these men. My mama used to say all the time, she said, Ty, there's one born every minute. I don't know what she meant by that until I became an adult. There's one born every minute. She said, yeah, there's one born every minute. So he basically, honey, he done made a whole career, Tyesse Squad. Oh, and please share the video. Share it out if you're watching for the first time or if you're a Tyesse Squad member. Share the video. Be sure to share it to your walls. Share the same way the DL Whisperer women share his content to people. Y'all share it the same way to your straight folks that you know. Okay. And so it's a situation where when you're out here and you're paranoid and you're looking for a problem, you have a paranoia peddler. So this dude is going to give you everything you need to stay in the loop. And so, like I said, he's made a really, really good grift come alive with these women. And so the black women, when he was arrested for stalking and cyber harassing T.S. Madison, they came to his defense like he's, oh my God, all the good work he's doing out here for black women, why are they coming for him? What exactly is he doing for black women? I'm being honest. He tells y'all what y'all want to hear, and y'all run with it. I'm lost. Like, what are y'all talking about? They're talking about he does a lot of advocacy for women. What advocacy do he do for women? What is he doing for women that is for the betterment of black women? I'm lost, for real. I'm asking. We already saw a situation with the guy by the name of Markeith Rivers, right? We already seen a case with him. Markeith Rivers. They called him the DL detective. The DL detective. I had to turn my phone off, y'all. The DL detective. His name was Markeith Rivers. I think he died. I'm not sure. But somebody told me he passed away, the DL detective. And he would film the men and then release it. I think somebody finally got him. His name was Markeith Rivers, and he was the DL detective. This is the DL Whisperer, this guy, but not to be confused with the DL detective, right? And so he would film the videos, the encounters, sexual encounters, and then put it out there and release it and everything. People's lives was ruined. We had a case in Charlotte where somebody was doing like a whole telephone directory of all the DL men. They had one in Houston too, like a telephone book of all the men that were on the down low. And most of it was disgruntled girlfriends. The worst thing you can do is weaponize sexuality against your ex, and he's actually not gay. There was also an app, and I can't think of the name of it right now, Ty Squad, but that app was taken down. That app is where you could talk about your ex. Somebody may know the app I'm talking about, but that app, yeah, they got rid of that app. It was recent too. In the last year, it got taken down. It was an app where you could talk about your ex and post your ex, and people, you can make up whatever you want because he's your ex. You can't stand him. You can say he gay, he bi, he whatever. And so that app was very problematic. The T app, thank you, Lindy. The T app, that was very, very problematic. And so, like I said, a lot of people basically want to reaffirm their paranoia or their suspicions. It don't have to be grounded in reality or information. I have a hunch that Michael is a little different. And somebody like this boy come along, the DL Whisperer, who is broken, who I know don't have any type of, LGBTQ family. Like I was raised with an LGBTQ family. I can tell you he don't have that. A lot of people come from a lot of different trauma. Let me put it like that. A lot of these folks come from a lot of trauma. And it's unhealed. Ain't nobody to sit down and talk to you and rub your back and help you let it bubble up. And so now you're out here in the world just walking through life with unhealed trauma, trying to be some YouTube, trying to be some social media personality. And these women, to be honest with you, they probably could really care less about you, the person. You're offering a service. Just being honest, most of these women, I saw Dosa D, who's been covering this excellently. I saw Dosa D up there at the courthouse, and he said when he went to the courthouse, none of these women were at the courthouse for the DL Whisperer when he was over there at the courthouse. Like he was like, where are these people at? Where are y'all at? Y'all say he the greatest things. He's like, RuPaul, Luther King. And so where are y'all at to support the young man? But as soon as he get out and he back on the streets, they'll, the cash apps will start rolling again because he finna help them feel good about their paranoia. And at the end of the day, all you're doing is feeding something that is irrational. The man 9 times out of 10 probably ain't gay. And I'm gonna say this, y'all. Let me say this. This is not to dismiss and even, say that this don't exist. DL men. There are DL men. There are men on the down low. There are men that are closeted. There is a difference, right? You got DL men, you got closeted men, and you got men that, you got men that dibble and dabble. It's so many different layers to this conversation. I am not coming on here saying that these men don't exist or this is something that's a far-off concept. It is a real thing. The problem with J.L. King was, in my opinion, J.L. King, and he's a friend to my late friend Sean. The problem with J.L. King when he went on Oprah to do his book launch, and that was like in the early 2000s. I always looked at that DL, his book, the DL, whatever it was, on the down low. I looked at it as kind of like what they do in the Inquirer. Yeah, Ken Massey. I kind of looked at it like, that book was like it didn't serve to help people understand the many layers and nuances that come along with why people are on the down low or why people are closeted, right? There are people, and let me just kind of break down the difference because sometimes Tyesse members say, Tyesse, can you break that down for me? Okay, you have people that are on the down low, and I'm talking about these are really, really good Decepticons, just really on the down low, like you would never know, honey. They like you are really good, sir. You're like Clark Kent. You go in the phone booth as Clark Kent, and then you come out Superman. Wow. You never know the difference with this guy. You never know this guy is really good. Men on the down low. Then you have men that are closeted. In my opinion, is slightly different. There's some men will have a lot of the tie squad. They don't tell me, but I know. They haven't really told me. A lot of them haven't really told me, but I know. But you have some men that are closeted, meaning they're not necessarily discussing their sexuality at all. They're not really comfortable with it. They're in the closet. Now, if they are confronted with it, 9 times out of 10, they will. They may, if they feel comfortable enough to. It depends on the person. They'll tell you, yeah, I'm LGBTQ, yeah, I'm gay, but for the most part, they feel comfortable in the closet. And so, I know. And there's about 10 of them in the Thai squad. Yeah, it's okay. I understand where that comes from because I was once there myself. So it's not something that you can't force people out of the closet. You can't do that. It never works. You can't force people out of the closet. Okay. So, when people are in the closet, there's also sometimes there's a serviceability, or there are things, there are reasons why they have to be in the closet. I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes I'm gonna be talking about this more in my closing. Sometimes people, they just cannot. They can't do it because they see how people are ostracized in society, and they just don't want that, and they don't want the looks from their family, co-workers, friends, and it's just it just works better. And the thing about the gag of it all is a lot of these people already know. They know. It's just like an open secret, right? They know. And they'll tell you stuff like, we were waiting on you to tell us. I think that's very dangerous when it comes to teenagers, right? When somebody says, oh, we was waiting on him, we was waiting on you. You don't know the hell that somebody goes through as a teenager, being Black and queer in America. It's a lot. And so all that, we was waiting on you, as an adult, you need to lead with the conversation and let them know that you are a safe place and a safe space for them to come out. If not, they're never going to tell you because they see how you talk about other gay people in front of them. Why would they come out and then tell you they're gay when you're calling everybody the F-bomb and you're talking about people and in front of them? So you think that same person is now going to come and tell you they're LGBTQ when they see how you treat other gay family members, right? Okay. And you think it doesn't affect them, but it does. So please, y'all, stop doing that. We were waiting on you. No, don't do it like that. Don't do it like that. Mm-mm. So the DL Whisperer is somebody that, now I'm going to be honest. In my opinion, the DL Whisperer, he don't have a lot of legs. He don't have a lot. He's young. He's dealing with somebody that is known to get you either sued or in a trick bag. So he's dealing with Natasha K. He's dealing with a lot of, I believe, trauma. He's dealing with a lot of issues and whatnot. And so he's a calamity, just a calamity away from a calamity, y'all. And that's not speaking, word curse over him or nothing like that, y'all. It's just, honey, I don't see long term the DL Whisperer 5-10 years from now doing the same thing. He will reinvent himself after this runs out. Yes. Yeah, that was a great show. But a lot of people don't know the lead actor, I. McDonald, the young man, the teenager in the show, he was arrested in Houston for unaliving a man. So I think that show is pretty much gone. Yeah, I'll talk about that more on a future broadcast. I'll probably bring some light to that. Hey, Michelle Holly. Okay. So as I said, y'all, the DL Whisperer, He deserved to go to jail. We don't believe in black male incarceration, but what he did to T.S. Madison, he deserved to do 100 days in jail. Yeah, did. Okay. And so, like I said, I don't see him 5 years from now having a multi-platform DL whisperer brand. I just don't, because I know how these stories play out. And I know how Tasha K, what she gonna get when she get tired of you or one of y'all gets sued. All right. Let's get to our third story, y'all. These conversations get harder and harder, as I said, as we go forward. Today we were, the breaking news came out that Andrew Gillum, former Florida gubernatorial candidate, he was arrested. And we do have the information here that we're going to get to you. And y'all pray for me because I'm going to need some strength to preach this thing tonight. I promise you. So y'all reach y'all hands out towards. I gotta break this thing down for real. Okay, so according to Daphne Police Department, Gillum was arrested on July 2nd, 2026 in Daphne after officers reportedly observed him driving erratically. During the traffic stop, police say an officer noticed a glass pipe on the vehicle's center console, giving officers probable cause to search the vehicle. Let's talk about what police say they found. A substance the field tested positive for methamphetamine, also known as crystal meth, ice, glass, Tina Turner. Okay. Several marijuana cigarettes, pre-roll joints, drug paraphernalia, including pipes, and a glass smoking device. Some reports citing the arrest report state officers recovered approximately 3 grams of methamphetamine, multiple marijuana products, and additional paraphernalia. Gillum was booked on charges including unlawful possession of a controlled substance, possession of marijuana. He was taken to the Baldwin County Jail and was released the following day. Court records have not yet been made publicly, and no plea has yet been reported. As of today, Gillum has not publicly commented on the arrest. News organization reported that they were unable to immediately reach an attorney or representative for comment. Now, I need to go through a timeline. Yeah, I need to go through just a timeline, everybody. This arrest comes after several highly publicized events over the past several years. 2018, Gillum narrowly lost Florida's gubernatorial election to Ron DeSantis by less than 1 percentage point. In 2020, I believe that election was stolen, by the way, full disclosure. Oh, wow. I think that panel probably, Arvell, was already organized before this news dropped today. That's what I believe. I really do. I believe that panel, I saw somebody talk about the panel, and I didn't know that it was actually him, right? Okay. He was found intoxicated in 2020 in a Miami Beach hotel room with another man, had suffered an apparent overdose. Police found some suspected drugs in the room, but Gillum was never charged. In the incident, he later entered treatment for alcohol abuse and depression, right? 2020, Gillum publicly discussed his recovery and later said he identifies as bisexual. Can y'all put a little pin right there on that one for me? Federal prosecutors charged him with conspiracy and wire fraud related to campaign finances. That was in 2022. 2023, a jury acquitted him of making false statements to the FBI, but deadlocked on the remaining counts, resulting in a mistrial. Federal prosecutors later dismissed the remaining charges. This case is in the earliest stages, y'all. At this point, these are allegations, not convictions. Prosecutors have not yet presented evidence in court. Gillum remains presumed innocent until the charges are proven in court. Additional details, including laboratory testing, court filings, and any defense arguments are expected to emerge as the case proceeds. Okay. I told y'all to put a pin right there where he said he's bisexual. Sir, you are not bisexual, okay? This is the crux of what is your problem, Andrew. You are not bisexual. And the thing is that drugs and alcohol numb things. It numbs you. It numbs you. Whatever you're dealing with, you don't want to deal with it. So the drugs numb it. You get high to escape and to forget. Problem is, when you come back down, whatever you're trying to escape from is still waiting for you. And sometimes it is your sexuality. And many times, many people have married because it is the thing that you had to do, so that people in your family, at your church, at work saw you as normal. You are a gay man. When I saw you on Cameron Hall with your wife, I saw the energy on you. I know what it looks like. I've been around a long time. I felt that you and your wife were both full of shit. When y'all talked about you knew since his college days what was going on. I think a lot of times there are women that get in these relationships with men, and the men will tell you they're bisexual. Actually, girl, he's not. He's using you as a cover girl. I don't know how many times I have to say this, like, girl, do you understand? He told you he was bisexual. Did you have any proof of that? Outside of him being with you. Did you see a history of him being with other women? What is going on with Andrew is that the fight, the internal fight inside is eating his ass alive. And that is, you need to be clear that you are a gay man. And once you seek your freedom, and once you get damn liberated from that damn prison you in, you'll leave the damn drugs alone and rehab will work. But right now, all you doing is circling the wagon with these rehabs, because what you are and who you are, it waits for you to come up out of the damn rehab. That's all it does. Go on in there. I'll wait for your ass when you come out. When you come out the door, I'll still be waiting here. Your sexuality, it'll still be waiting here. People got to get clear. That happens all the time. People marry and they have multiple children. That's the gag of it. Like, I understand you marrying a woman, but y'all be going too far with this stuff. Because the look, the image of it all, it helps you. It helps people, really, oh my God, no, he can't be gay. He got 7 kids. The look of it all helps people out. And this don't mean they don't love their kids. It just means it is something that definitely happens with a lot of people that are not comfortable in the skin that they're in. They're not comfortable. They're not ready to be liberated. So what do? They go out, they find a woman, and sometimes they look for women that are very, very, I don't want to use the G word, gullible, but they look for a woman that may not ask too many questions, They look for a woman, I ain't going to say the word gullible, but they look for a woman that they know they're not going to get a lot of pushback from. Some say passive, some say naive, some may even say gullible. And I'm going to say this. This may sound oxymoronic, but two things can exist in the same woman. A woman can be very, very educated and very, very gullible. A woman can be very, very smart and very, very naive at the same time. Hey, Monique. Hey, everybody. Do you think he's staying for his children? At some point, y'all got to stop even using the kids, honey, at this point. Because your kids are going to be seeing these arrests. You're fathering as a broken man. So you're not even giving your kids your true self, because you're dealing with in crystal meth. Unlike crack cocaine, crystal meth is a very hard drug. It does something to you. It does a number on you. That's why he looks the way he looks in that damn booking photo. Crystal meth is a very hard drug. I've done it. I've used it. And you can see they start looking very rough around the edges. And before you know it, if he keeps doing it, he will be unrecognizable. Because this man was a very good-looking man back in his Florida governor days. Sometimes that happens, and not even sometimes, most of the times, people don't want to give up on the lifestyle, Michelle. They just don't. So I'm not going to give up these suits. I'm not going to give up this house. It happens, Michelle. Thank you. It's unfortunate that this man, and he was on the Native Land podcast with Angela Rye and Tiffany Cross. You know, he does a lot of work around advocacy, but people don't understand. You have these demons, and the reason you can't beat these demons is because you're not doing anything about it. Why can't he just beat these? He's not beating these demons because he's not dealing with the demon head on that's eating him up, that's gnawing away at him. What about the children and their understanding of this reality as they grow? The kids are collateral damage, unfortunately. I don't even mean it like that, but the kid is just unfortunate. They have to go through what they go through. And I don't mean this being dismissive of the children, but they ultimately are collateral damage when these people do not want to live in their truth. Somebody may say, well, Tyesse, what if he's just into drugs? There are a lot of people that just, they sampled drugs and became drug addicts, right? They sampled drugs and they became functioning, because some people can do drugs and go to work the next day. But there are people, honey, most people, those drugs are numbing, or they feel addressing something that they don't want to address. And I believe that's the case with Andrew. I believe Andrew is struggling with his sexuality. And at the end of the day, Andrew needs to get very, very clear. And he needs to not only go to some rehab, but he needs to get into some intense psychotherapy. Because you're going to mess around, you're going to get a bad batch of dope. It's going to be laced with fentanyl. And they're going to find you in a room. Last time you was unconscious with that big booty white boy over there in Miami. But they're going to find your ass in a room like Zachary Timms, like the man over there in Dallas, Derek Favors, like an Amy Winehouse, and that's just going to be the end of it, okay? So I don't know who in his family or his wife is, capable of letting him know, baby, listen, it's time to give it up and turn it loose. I'm talking about this quest, this mask that you wear. It's unfortunate and sad that these kids have to go through it. It's very sad. It's very sad because they're young. They don't know what the hell is going on. All right. Let me get to my segment, Tyesse. Let me get to my segment. I have a segment that I'm going to be doing every week. I am an elder. I embrace my eldership. I am LGBTQ and 50. You know what I'm saying? Something that a lot of Black men that are LGBTQ did not get a chance to achieve. I find it a distinct honor that God let me live half a century with what I've been through in my life. It's nothing short of amazing. And so as an elder, I don't stray away from it. I'm 50, but in LGBTQ years, I'm like 75. And so every week I have a segment that I'm going to be doing. It's called Very Elderly. Very elderly. And so I don't mind being called an elder. Michelle gave me the title. I love it. Elder Tyesse. A lot of y'all call me elder. And so I'm cool with being very elderly. I am. That's a play on people. Oh, she's very elderly. Yeah, I'm very elderly as far as, my ideology, my sage wisdom, what I pour into people. I love it. I really enjoy it. Yeah. Very elderly. Okay. And so for my first very elderly segment, y'all, I want to say this. Because a lot of people, thank you, Candy, for your support, 1777. A lot of people have this thing where they say, some people are just comfortable being in the shadows, being in the closet. Y'all heard some of the talking points. Everybody don't want to be out. Everybody don't want to be out. I'm not saying that your ass got to come out and wave rainbow flags and be in the parades and stuff. I'm not saying that. You don't have to do that. No, you don't have to do that. But there is a cost. We have a gospel singer right now where he is dealing with illness in his body. A well-known gospel singer. I won't call his name. But I believe a lot of what's bothering him, a lot of what's ailing him, it's all in your cells. It's what's really disturbing his spirit. And he may not even know it. Because a lot of things happen in our subconscious, right? A lot of what's really eating a lot of people up is the fact that they hate the fact that they have to struggle. They would prefer to choose a side. But the church is set up, it ain't gonna allow you to choose a side. And that thing, it will eat you up. It will feed off of the illness that you already have. Somebody say, what you mean, Titans? That thing that you're struggling with, that you're grappling with, will feed off of the energy that you're already dealing with, the illness that you're already dealing with. And it'll make you feel worse than you really are. So I'm just saying, you can do what you want to do. I'm not trying to make nobody come out the closet. Well, you know, everybody ain't ready. Let people do. Everybody don't have the walk you had. They don't. They didn't have the walk I had. Liberation, honey, is freeing, but it's bloody. It really is. Somebody said, how the hell is liberation bloody? It's messy. It's gonna leave a mess. To get that many chains off of your damn ass, it's gonna be a process. To get yourself free up out of that. There's so many people in this chat that are liberated from theology and dogma. You got people in our community that are bonded, that are dealing with bondage of theology and their sexuality. So yeah, it's going to get a little messy because you're dealing with all that church drama and dogma, and you also dealing with your sexuality that's a result of some of that church dogma and theology. Hey, Isaiah Witcher. Hey, everybody. So what I'm saying is that you can be free or you can leave it alone. You can be free or you can leave it alone. So many people are sitting around living for people that are not even doing anything for them financially, spiritually, but you're living your life based on what you think their perception or how they're going to treat you is. You pay your own bills. You've been self-sufficient for many, many years, and you're living your life based on what them people down there at that raggedy ass church are going to say about you, what they're going to say about you at your family reunion. The reason I'm telling you, honey, you need to get liberated and get free is because at the end of the day, you don't want to look around and your whole life has passed you by. Your whole life has passed you by and you haven't lived. You pay your own bills, your own rent, your car note, your food. And I will be damned for what? And here is the gag. Here is the gag. They talk about you already. You just don't know it. Everybody know about them family members. We got about 3 or 4 in every family. They already talk about you, baby. So why not live in your damn truth and your authenticity and come out the damn closet and come out in the shadows because you're obviously one of the kids, right? It's like when S.Y. Younger be up there sometimes. I don't think he knows S.Y. Younger, the pastor. Matthew Stevenson too. They get very real, and I don't think they see themselves, how they, like, girl, do you see? You're very real, mama. You're giving realness with a twist. So to a lot of people that think they're like in the closet, girl, actually, you're not in the closet, niece. You're not. Everybody already talks about you already on the phone. You just got to find a way to come out. Yeah. I had a lesbian, a butcher lesbian years ago at my church. She was a sweet lady, and I don't know whether she moved back. She was from I want to say Columbus, Ohio, either Columbus or Dayton, Ohio. I don't know whether she moved back to Ohio, but she stopped coming to the church. But she was sitting on my road at Unity, at the old Unity, and she was like, same thing that happened to Marsha Warfield. She said her mother told her during her last days, I need you to come back and look after me. I need you to come back and look after me. But please, if you come back out here, you can't come back out here as a butch. You can't come back out here dressing like a man. I mean, she was a butch lesbian. And I said, because we were in the dining hall after service one Sunday. I said, well, what you gonna do? She said, my mama's sick and I gotta go take care of her. I said, okay, well, you gonna go back to Ohio? She said, yeah, I'm gonna go back out there. And but I'm gonna try to just tone it down a little bit and see what I can do. Because now Marsha Warfield mama, the great comedian Marsha Warfield mother, she's a lesbian. Her mama told her, don't come out the closet until I'm dead. Do you know what that does to somebody's spirit? Oh my God. You can come out the closet once I pass away. So this woman mama told her, I'm in my final stages. It could be any day now, but when you come back, please, I don't just come back, come back as the daughter I raised. I know y'all. I know I'm a mama's boy. We got some mama's girls and mama boys in here. I'm sorry. I love you, mama. I really do. Lord knows I would lay my life down for my mama. But baby, I'll be damned. I'm sorry. It's no way in hell. That kind of putting that kind of condition on. First of all, you asking me to come serve you, and it's my honor because you're my mama. You asked me to come serve you and then deny myself and treat myself like a second-class citizen in my own life to serve you? Y'all, I'm getting triggered. Let me get the hell up out of here. This has been a phenomenal first show, if I may say so myself. Y'all go ahead, because some of y'all is actively in that mess, that kind of energy right now. You're not ready to get free from it yet. The brat said the same thing. Wait a minute. I got I'm on a new brand, y'all. I'm on a new brand, so we'll work that out. Hold on 1 second, Tyesse Squad. What? There we go. So she waited until her grandmother passed, then came out. Ross, Ross, is it like sometimes we in the twilight zone, Ross? Am I missing something? Like maybe once you get liberated, maybe once I got liberated, I guess I feel like everybody should just be liberated. Maybe I'm overstepping my bounds. Maybe I'll just everybody like nobody should be bound. Maybe Archbishop Carl being poured too much into me. I just feel like nobody should go through what I went through and most of us went through. Maybe I don't know, y'all. I'll figure it out later. That is like those parents who guilt their children into having babies. Yeah, the music plays in and out of my head. I need you to come take care of me, but I need you to come back as the daughter I raised. I cannot, y'all. I asked, do you want my help in that? Because let me explain something to you. I will, come out there and help you find a nurse or in-home supported person that'll help take care of you. But I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not traumatizing myself like that for your church friends. Why don't some of your damn church friends come take care of you? And I think that was her only daughter, so she didn't even have no other kids. Well, the brat for a while, Michelle Honey, the brat gave tomboy. Some of y'all remember that era. We didn't really know her sexuality. It was kind of like, like, she's kind of different. But there was a time before the brat officially came out that it was just giving some sort of, hip hop kind of like, because SWV, they used to dress like that a lot, like with jerseys and combat boots and stuff like that. They used to dress very New Jack swingish, and a lot of the girls did that. Mary J. Blige, she went through an era with bandanas on and baggy jeans and stuff. So before she officially came out, the brat kind of gave us like, okay, kind of like TLC, they all did it. Yeah. So yeah, there was a time, Michelle, when she wasn't like out. Mm-hmm. I told you last night that we have been I cannot. I felt so bad, you guys, for Marsha Warfield. I felt horrible for her. Like, she said, yeah, my mother told me that can you please stay in the closet until after I'm dead? I just felt, I didn't know what to say, y'all. I didn't know what to say about that. Just like, oh my God, Marsha, I'm so sorry, Marsha. That somebody would literally tell you, can you please stay in the closet until I pass? I told my sister in Florida the story about Marsha Warfield and her mother yesterday, and she was floored. That was horrible to say. It happens a lot. It happens a lot. And, there's some stories that we hear about LGBTQ people. There's some hurtful stories. There are a lot. We had stories where LGBTQ people were told, like, don't come to the funeral of someone they love because, if they were trans, don't come up there to the church dressed like that. There's some trans people that have been told, like, go to the viewing, go view her, but we don't want you at the service, with all that going on. Baby, I could go through a whole list of things I know personally, Yeah, it's a lot. But to Brother Andrew Gilliam, baby, until you get free, until you figure out what that thing is eating you up, and I believe it's your sexuality and the ability, you want to be a openly, probably gay man out here living your best gay life. You like white men, you like big booty white boys. That's what you want. That's what you need to go and do and be. Raise your kids, co-parent your kids with your wife, and go out there and be a gay man, because that's what you really want. Mm-hmm. Wow, I did not know that. Know what, Lindy? Reminds me of when Sissy and Oprah, everybody was shocked, Roberto, because Oprah asked Sissy, she said, would you be upset if Whitney was gay? And Sissy said it so fast. Oprah was like, Oprah kind of fell back a little bit, because she's like, would you be terribly upset if Whitney? And she said, yes. Let me bring it full circle. A part of Whitney Houston's addiction and what kept her in her addiction was a lot of that happened with her mother. No, see, the topic today was hard conversations. Y'all don't have that conversation. There was a lot going on with Whitney's sexuality. There was a lot going on with the industry, with Clive Davis. That's why I told y'all when he passed away, I hope he's on a slow fall to hell, because I know what he did to them women over there at Ariston. For the new generation, Alicia Keys and Jennifer Hudson, they feel some type of way like, oh my God, he was some sort of savior, but they didn't know what happened to the Angela Bofields and the Phyllis Hymans of the world, right? I didn't read Sissy's book, no. Mm-hmm. And then Sissy came around, she did an interview later, and she kind of came around and clarified some things and affirmed some things. But by then I was like, it's too late now, she dead. What does this do now? I mean, I appreciate it, but it was like, girl, Whitney already gone now. She can't hear it. Mm-hmm. When sex or sexuality keep you in trouble, changes must be made. I'm telling Andrew Gilliam and anybody else. My girl Phyllis Hyman, she was going through some stuff over there with her sexuality. Phyllis Hyman, they said, she was, dealing with a lot of losers too. Phyllis was dealing with a lot of bums. But she evidently they said was bisexual, and so there was some issues concerning her sexuality. And she wasn't taking her medication, and they said she wouldn't take her meds, and she was bipolar and stuff, and there was a lot going on, y'all. And the bipolar with depression. So Andrew, I'm telling you, I've seen this movie before, Andrew. You do what you want to, Andrew. I can't tell you. The Isley brothers said, "It's your thing. Do what you want to do. I can't tell you who to sock it to. You keep on doing what you're doing, baby." Our youngest son is proudly gay. Had a classmate who came out to his parents, and they put him out. 15 years old and self-harmed. Very sad. I've had a lot of cases where LGBTQ people have taken their lives and did self-harm, Crystal, and now the family is messed up and they have to live with it. That messes up families. It does. And now listen, hold on. Now sometimes, the family, it's some dark families out there. Sometimes the families just move on and don't miss a beat. They don't even have funerals for the people, cremate them and move on with their lives. But there are some families that do that and it messes them up. I've seen some families toe up to this day, put the child out. The boy went out there, got on drugs, OD'd, and baby, mama then had a nervous breakdown. The daddy drinking brown liquor out the bottle, and so it messes people up. Because what eats them up, Crystal, is the fact of what if. That what if is what eats them up. What if he would have been able to stay here? He'd still be alive. Yeah, he would have been still alive. Yeah, he sure would have. But you'll never know that now. And now you have to live with that for the rest of your natural life until you croak. I hate to be, catty with these parents, but yeah, that's how I feel. I'm sorry. I was thinking the same thing. So I've seen cases where we had to, the parents want to bury their trans daughter in a suit. One of our friends' mother put DeMonica in a suit, put her in a suit. People live their lives as women all their lives, and then you're gonna bury the girl in a damn suit. I told everybody, I said, listen, y'all, I know this can be traumatic. They're burying their person. The person they're burying is how they wanted the person to live. They're burying the person that they wanted to see. We are mourning the person. We're mourning the life that they live. We know the person that lived their life every day like that. They're burying some fantasy, some damn fantasy they have in their head. So that's how I tell everybody, think like that and we can get through this. We'll get through it. Well, that's their right. Well, yeah, and then you can do that's the mama. She want to bury her daughter. Well, she considered her son. If she want to bury her son in a suit, we can't do anything against it. We don't have power of attorney. That's why we tell everybody. I'm telling everybody, put it in writing, go to the notary public, have it notarized. And make sure you put on that top line, being in sound mind and body. They got the blank ones over at Staples. They got the templates at Staples. Hell, you can type it out on Word document. I, being a sound mind and sound body, hereby thereto put blank over my funeral, my advance directives, my DNR needs. This person is to make all of my necessary arrangements and sign it, and then you need a witness. Just anybody get one witness, sign it, and then you're good to go. Because I won't tell you, Tyesse Jackson gonna tell you, I've lived long enough to see these people have a field day, honey, once these loved ones pass away. Oh, that's when they really cut up. That's when they really, really cut up. I'll tell you this. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. And there's some people in my age group that are from my community in the chat that can tell you. Ross, Harold's not here, but there's a few from Clifton can tell you as well from our community. A lot of times A lot of times the family faults the gay community. I've seen that too many times. If their loved one dies from the virus, if their loved one dies from violence, if their loved one dies from drugs, they blame the gay community. Not the fact that there was probably some factors from their trauma and being in that family that led them down that road. But no, they blame the gay community. Like how? Like, how do you get the causation of the gay community is responsible for this? Like, but they do. 9 times out of 10, they blame, oh, if they would have never been around them damn other gay folks, they would have never. No, had they not been put out at 15, had they not been put out at 15 and put out on the streets, they wouldn't be here. For real. The episcopacy. So we will see what happens, y'all. I saw Laverne Cox. I saw Laverne Cox on The View about 3 weeks ago, and she has a twin brother. You know, Laverne Cox is transgender, and their mother was really not, the best mother, and there were some issues with the mother. And Laverne said that she basically, made amends with her mother, and they have a good relationship. But Laverne says her twin brother doesn't want anything to do with the mother. I also say this to every Tie Squad member today, and I hope this is something that you can really take with you, whether you're LGBTQ or heteronormative. I want you to really understand this from this elder in this community. All right, do some very elderly. When it comes to pain, when it comes to trauma, when it comes to whatever you've been through, I want you to know that there is no template. There is no, forced set of guidelines for you. I want everybody to hear me good. When somebody has done you horribly in your family, your father, your mother, your sister, your brother, nephew, cousin, whoever, when somebody has done you really, really bad, I want to tell you, Crystal Williams, I want to tell you, Ross, Clifton, you get to set the guidelines for how you want to proceed in said relationship. Stop for all this honor your mother all the days of your life, and there'll be honor your father, and the Lord will want you to hell with all of that mumbo jumbo. Do not allow all of that anecdotal mess to have you sitting up pacifying toxicity. You get to gauge it, you get to measure it, you get to pour it in a cup and see how much of it is this too much? Because there's some people that you just can't. I'm sorry. I'm not dealing with my aunt in Modesto. I will never deal with her again. She's toxic. It's a wrap. And there are some aunts that I have rebonded with because the level of toxicity or the level of drama was not on that level. But you get to do that. Stop letting these people with these imaginary goalposts tell you how far to go, what you need to do. My husband gave me an ultimatum. My 17-year-old gay son, because he's choosing to live his dream of being an open gay actor over athletics. Wow, we are now legally separated for almost a year. Wow. Okay, Master T. That is powerful. That is powerful. And I think your son will be the better because he saw his mother choose him. Oh, thank you so much, Ross. I appreciate it. I'm just letting y'all know. You get to choose, honey. Do I want to speak to my dad again? Do I Okay, do I want to send my sister a text for this holiday? Do I want to send her a text? Because I've been in situations where I've reached out to people, and it blew up, and I was like, see, I knew I shouldn't have. I've been there. So what's that man named? Andrew Gilliam, sir, take care. That's all I can tell you. Because honey, you on a long road if you don't get this right. I feel everything you say, mother. I'm dealing with a similar situation. I love you, but keep your ass over there. I'm telling you, I don't have no hatred in my heart for these people. Even these bloggers, I don't hate these people. Well, one, I have a very strong that trash in South Carolina. I have a really strong. I'm praying for God to take some of that out of my heart for her. I really am. It's right there at the precipice, and God's gonna bring it back in. But that thing in South Carolina, oh yeah, it's up and it will always be stuck because I know what she is. I see through her, and that's what her big problem with me is. She knows I see through. I see you for everything you are. Nevertheless, though, I'm talking about for my new viewers. I'm talking about blogger drama in the church sector, in adjacent sectors. So I appreciate y'all for coming by here today, y'all. I hope somebody got something. I hope somebody got a little something today. We talked about Dominique Morgan and her controversy with financial improprieties. Talked a little bit about the DL Whisperer, yeah, and what his grift and scam is, right? And of course, Andrew Gilliam is back in the saddle again, on the road again. For real. Hey nephew, hey, y'all play this back in its entirety. I'm 30 minutes over. But it's all good. It's the first show, so I'm 30 minutes over. So I'll try to come on multiple times on Tuesday, maybe 2 times on Tuesday, 1 time on Thursday. And it's going to be a journey building this channel. But according to what I just saw, honey, we're already off to a really good start. So thank y'all so much. Yeah, she got clipped again. Mama over there with meth pipes, marijuana, cigarettes. Probably was on our way to go, chew it with somebody. Thank you, I McDonald. I'm glad that you were able to catch it live. All right, y'all. Well, I'm off the rest of the night. Tuesday's supposed to be my off day, but I don't mind coming in to the Marla Gibbs Media Center. Oh, we're not in the Marla Gibbs Media Center over here. We're in the Marsha P. Johnson. Okay. Auditorium Repast Hall. Wonderful. Okay, y'all, we have to name this the Marsha P. Johnson Auditorium and Repast Hall. Okay, so this is not Marla Gibbs. A whole separate situation. All right, everybody. I'm off for the rest of the night. What are you about to do, Tyesse? I'm about to dig back into what is it called? The polygamous. Oh my goodness, y'all. Once you get used to the fact that their mouths are overdubbed, like they're talking African, but they put the audio as English. Once you get past that, it took me 2 episodes to get past that. Yeah, let's replay. Yeah, if y'all could do me a big favor, I don't know if you're going to be able to hype this video because it's not monetized, but whatever you can do, it will help me get into the algorithm, because this algorithm is going to be the biggest task, right? Getting back into my algorithm. So if you can, all of y'all that care and love me, when the video is finished, can you go in the comments and leave comments? If I get like 40 of y'all to do that, man, it'll push this video out there. It really will. So thank you. Some of y'all just walk up out of here and just going back home. All right. So go to the comments section and leave lengthy comments. Don't just put awesome, wonderful, great, love you. That's good for the chat. Leave a whole dissertation over there in them comments on this video. And also share this and let people know that we do have an LGBTQ channel that's LGBTQ centered. And that includes everybody. Let me say this, because I heard Tasha K when she was on my show talking about they trying to get rid of the T, right? No, we're never getting rid of the T. We're never getting rid of the L. Lesbians, trans, all of us are a part of this tapestry, girl. Okay? But I want to be clear on this channel. It was transgender women, the trans women that kicked off Stonewall, that threw that high heel and hit that damn police officer in the side of his head. That was a trans woman that did that of color. And you think that we would leave or forget about trans women? You're crazy. Okay? I don't know what type of, you must be on that same shit Andrew Gillum is on. All right? Thank y'all so much. I have a small piece of white. I'm a lit magnet. Where at? I'm a lit magnet, honey. A small piece of white lit. Is it on the head? On your head. I don't want to say anything early, but okay. Well, you should have said something. I'm a lit magnet. Okay, I think it's gone now. Is no telling what time of the day it is. It don't care. I'm always, my bed linen is always something. But thank you for catching it. Remember, y'all can always tell me if you see a lint. I'm a lit magnet. Ty, thank you. You've been a blessing in my life because when my son decided to tell me he was gay after 10 years in the Navy, I told him, son, I love you forever. Oh, wow. See, those kind of testimonies mean a lot to me, Lynn McGuire. Oh, that right there means a lot to me. Thank y'all so much. As we move forward, the audience will grow. The audience will build. People will come in. It's going to be a journey. It takes a while, but it's going to be all right. So, yeah. Thank you so much, Lynn. That's, I've been watching everything I can find on Miss Marsha P. Johnson. There's an awesome documentary. I hope it's still available on Netflix. Marsha P. Johnson. Look her up, whatever you can find. Man, Stonewall, although it's problematic, it's really a good movie. Stonewall is good. Milk, M-I-L-K is good. Pose. There are lots of things that you can look at and you can see the history and the story of people that have been marginalized in this country for far too long. Yeah. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. We're not getting rid of nobody. We ain't getting rid of none of the letters. Okay? All right. Let me get out of here, y'all. I'm off for the rest of the night, so I'll see y'all on tomorrow for Rip from the Headlines. And God says the same. All right, let's go. Let's get out of here. Cue the outro.
Your eyes tell me that you don't want to leave just yet. No, my eyes agree. It's almost like when we first met. Oh, I don't care, it's getting too late. I want you and I can't wait. Don't want to spend a minute without you. I know you feel the same. So come on, give me love. I'ma show you how to move with my body. Come hit me with your touch and make me wanna say, damn. And yeah, you know what's up. Ain't nothing I won't do for your body. So give me all you got right now. I know I'm yours, baby. So come give me love. You know you're mine, baby. So come give me love. I never felt nothing quite like this. I get a high every time we kiss. Can't get enough, baby. So come give me love. All of your love, I can't fake it. When I'm with you, my legs go weak. Yeah. Can you hear it? I think my heart just skipped a beat. Yeah. This feeling is getting so strong. Love me till the morning, love me all night long. There's something special about you. You're the one that I want. So come on, give me love. I'ma show you how to move with my body. Come hit me with your touch and make me wanna say, damn. And yeah, you know what's up. Ain't nothing I won't do for your body. So give me all you got right now. I know I'm yours, baby.
That's a wrap. I'll see you tomorrow. But you know me. Y'all know. I'm no stranger to coming back and hit that live button. But I'll see you tomorrow. Thank y'all so much for being a very attentive, engaging audience on the premiere of The Black Gaze. I'll see you on the next show.